Chateau Slatinjany, today a state-owned castle, but until World War II, this was for over 200 years the summer residence of the Princes of Auersberg, who were from Vienna, loved everything that was English, true and loyal to the Kaiser, and especially loyal to the horse.
My name is Jan, a polo commentator, fortunate to have visited prestigious polo clubs around the world, sharing the excitement of this unique and challenging sport. In this first episode, we're heading to the Czech Republic, a country better known for horse racing and show jumping, and where polo is relatively unfamiliar, yet holds a fascinating history. Before gaining independence in 1918, the Czech Republic was known as the Kingdom of Bohemia under the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This region has long been renowned for its castles, aristocratic gatherings, and rich equestrian culture.
The history of the Auersbergs and the Kinskis playing polo must date back at least to 1900. We have that confirmed because these trophies here at Slatinjany Chateau are dating back to these times, like this little cup from 1900 or this massive trophy from 1901 where the name Karl Kinski is engraved.
This trophy is from the St. Petersburg Polo Club, dating back to the time when Karl Kinski served as Austro-Hungarian ambassador. Karl's love for horses was legendary. In 1883, he made history as the first foreigner to conquer the world-famous Grand National Steeplechase in Liverpool, a triumph that stunned Britain. Captivated by British culture, Karl's journey between England and his home in Bohemia ignited a wave of innovation. In friendship with Franz Josef Auersberg, they established the most advanced stud farm in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, dedicating time and energy to a cutting-edge horse breeding program.
This piece of land, located in the garden of the chateau right next to the stud farm, is registered in the map as Poloplatz. This place was a polo field in the 1910s, 20s and 30s, where they were training horses, polo horses, in order to bring them to Vienna or other polo clubs around Europe. You can see nowadays the shaping of the ground. This land was moved up in order to make the land perfectly flat.
Just 13 kilometers down the road lies another castle, an essential part of our story. The Hermanów Miestec Castle was acquired by the Kinski family in 1828. Across the road, walk between these residential houses and you will discover the historic princely stables.
These stables were built in 1875 by Ferdinand Bonaventura Kinski, who needed accommodation for carriage horses, hunting horses, and later on polo horses. And inside these stables is something very precious that I'd like to show to you. This is the Gala saddle room of Ulrich Ferdinand Kinski, where you can find nowadays a lot of equipment which must be at least 100 years old. This blanket, definitely, or this board which is still made not even of wood, but of bamboo, or this mallet which was imported from England. Ulrich had big passion for polo. He was also an aviation pilot, and he was also a racer. But polo must have been his biggest passion. We know that because he established the Viennese Polo Club in 1911. He was also the founder of the Central European Polo Association. And in 1936, during the Olympic Games in Berlin, he was an umpire. So we can say that Ulrich was the first Czechoslovakian polo player that was part of the Olympic Games. One could say that Ulrich had taste for attention to details, looking at this beautiful chandelier with all these polo silhouettes.
The golden era of two pioneering families in modern horse breeding and the sport of kings ended suddenly with the deaths of Franz Josef Auersperg and Ulrich Ferdinand Kinsky in late 1938, just months before the Munich Agreement and the invasion of Czechoslovakia, which plunged Europe towards the edge of war. Following World War II, the castle and the princely stables were confiscated and nationalized by the government under President Beneš, never returned to their original families, even under today's democracy. The Beneš decrees, which addressed post-war restitution and punishment of Nazi collaborators, further complicated property disputes.
An astonishing fact is that this majestic saddle room is still in perfect condition, considering the fact that 40 years of communism was not exactly friendly to the activities the monarchs had. But this saddle room with the stables is a bit in a forgotten place, and therefore there was no interest in destroying anything or taking custody of.
Despite this complex past, the National Stud of Clodreby nad Labem and National Heritage Institute remain vital custodians of this heritage, ensuring public access and inspiring future generations to learn from history for the improvement of both people and horses.